Mr. Henry Moore lived in a small old house near the busy part of town. He liked his house. It had a small garden behind it. Henry loved his garden very much. In summer, many flowers grew there. There were red flowers, yellow flowers, and blue flowers. When the sun went down, Henry sat in the garden and looked at the flowers. On weekends, he worked in the garden and made it clean. Henry worked in an office far from his home. Every morning, he walked to the bus stop and took the bus to work. In the evening, he took the bus back home. Henry did not talk much to other people. He had no close friends. After work, he always went straight home. He felt lonely many days. Sometimes he felt bored and sad, but he did not know how to change his life. One very hot day, Henry did not want to take the bus home. The air was heavy and hot. The bus was always crowded. He decided to walk home instead. He wanted to feel the warm sun and move slowly. While he walked through a quiet street, he saw a small old shop. The shop window was full of strange old things. There were broken clocks, old cups, and dusty toys. Henry liked old things, so he stopped and looked. After a moment, he went inside. "Good evening," said the man behind the counter. "Good evening," Henry said. "May I look around your shop?" "Yes, you may," the man said. Henry walked around the shop slowly. Then he saw a small doll on a high shelf. The doll was not bright or pretty. It looked like a tiny old man. It had white hair and dark clothes. Its face looked tired and sad. Henry felt something strange in his chest when he saw it. He thought, "This doll looks lonely, just like me." "How much is this doll?" Henry asked. The shopman looked at it and thought for a moment. $4, he said. $4 was a lot of money for an old doll, but Henry paid. He did not know why he wanted it. He took the doll outside and looked at its face. For a second, it seemed to smile. "That is silly," Henry said quietly to himself. "You are only a doll." He put the doll into his work bag with his papers and went to the bus stop. Henry was tired, so he sat on the bus and closed his eyes. When the ticket man came to collect money, a loud voice suddenly said, "Go away, stupid man." People turned and looked at Henry. The ticket man was angry. "Why did you say that?" he asked. "I did not say that," Henry said softly. The ticket man gave him the ticket and walked away. He looked very unhappy. When Henry got home, he felt confused and tired. He took the doll out of his bag and put it on the table. The face was not nice. It was ugly, but it had a small smile. Henry ate a little food and went to bed. Soon he fell asleep. In the morning, the sun came through the window. Henry opened his eyes. Something was next to him in bed. It was the doll. "I left you on the table," Henry said. "You cannot move by yourself." He felt cold inside. He stood up and went to the door. 2 letters were on the floor. Both letters were open. Henry did not open them. He did not know who opened them. He did not feel hungry for breakfast. Henry went to the bus stop. The bus came and many people were inside. An old woman stood in the aisle. She looked tired. Henry stood up and gave her his seat. She sat down slowly and said, "Thank you." Then a voice said loudly, "You stupid woman." The woman looked at Henry with angry eyes. Other people stared at him. Henry felt his face grow hot. He remembered the doll in his bag. Henry got off the bus at the next stop. He opened his bag. The doll was inside with a wide smile on its face. Henry took the doll out and put it on the ground. Then he walked away fast. "That is the end," he said to himself. "I will never see that doll again." Henry worked all day. He tried not to think about the doll. After work, he went to the bus stop. His heart stopped. The doll was there. It stood near the bus stop and looked at him. Henry ran away. He decided to walk home instead. The walk was very long. His legs hurt. He stopped at a small park and sat on a bench. He was so tired that he fell asleep. A loud sound woke him up. It was dark. He was at home, but he did not remember walking home. Henry got up and went to the kitchen. Cups and plates were broken on the floor. The doll sat on the table. "This is not a toy," Henry said. "This thing is not good. It is bad." He took the doll into the garden. He dug a deep hole with his hands and put the doll inside. Then he covered it with dirt. "You will stay here forever," Henry said. "You cannot come back." That night, Henry watched television. He tried to relax. Later, he went to bed. The house was very quiet. He tried to sleep. After some time, he heard a sound. It came from the back door. Someone was knocking. Henry felt afraid, but he opened the door slowly. The doll stood there. It was dirty from the ground. Dirt was all over its face and clothes. But it smiled at Henry. "Go away," Henry said. "Please go away." The doll did not speak. It just smiled. Henry was very angry and very afraid. He made a big fire in the garden. The fire was hot and bright. He picked up the doll and threw it into the fire. "Burn!" He shouted, "Burn and never come back." But the fire grew bigger and bigger. It was too big. The flames were very high. People ran out of their houses. They saw the big fire. They shouted and pointed at the flames. The fire was too big to stop. The fire grew very large and the garden turned black. The fire moved to Henry's house. When the fire finally went out, the people searched everywhere. They looked in the house and in the garden. They called Henry's name again and again, but he did not answer. Henry was gone. Nobody could find him. A few days later, a new man moved into Henry's house. The house was damaged, but he fixed it. He liked the small garden very much. One evening, when the sun went down, the new man went inside the house. He saw a small doll sitting on the table. The doll had white hair and dark clothes. It smiled at him. Asterisk, asterisk, the moral. Asterisk, asterisk. Be careful what you bring into your life. Loneliness can make us do strange things, but we must choose wisely. Some things that seem interesting or special can bring us trouble. When something bad comes into your life, Face it early and ask for help. Do not wait until it is too late. And remember, running away from your problems does not make them disappear. They will always find you.